It's 10 trivia questions on WWE, Seinfeld, The Office, and more for Frank's birthday from Stephanie. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks so much for checking out the show, and thanks for being born Frank. It's my friend Frank's birthday, and I just want to say happy birthday, Frank. Here's a message from Stephanie before we get to your very fun customized quiz with things you love, which are also things I love, which is going to be a fun episode. Frank is the most generous person and works incredibly hard to take care of everyone. We are all lucky to have him in our lives and love him dearly. Happy birthday, Frank. What a nice message from Stephanie. There you go, Frank. And today's episode, all about you. The $1 Million Man is his nickname at work because he makes those big money deals. And Stephanie actually sent me a picture of Frank with $1 million belt over his shoulder. And it doesn't look like the kid's plastic one that I have. It looks like a real one that you buy off the WWE shop website. So awesome, Frank. I think we'd be very fast friends. Let's jump into a quick warm-up card here before we get into questions on things you love, Frank. How about this one? For movies, name 6 films in which aliens speak English. Wow, that's very specific. For television, 4 TV shows on which a character is from the Midwest. For literature, 2 titles in which a character owns more than 2 cats. For music, 4 bands or performers that are known for their outlandish stage and makeup costumes. And for miscellaneous, 2 celebrity pets. Speaking of crazy makeup and costumes, I was watching the Kath and Kim reunion special. It's like a 2-hour special on Netflix. If you ever watch that show, definitely go watch the reunion. If you've never watched it, you should start Kath and Kim from the beginning. I think they're all on Netflix to this day. It's a really funny, character-driven sitcom that's kind of shot like The Office, like documentary style. But it came out 20 years ago, which is why they did the reunion special. But highly recommend it. Fell asleep watching it last night. Got to finish the second half tonight. But it's good stuff. Just like Frank, good stuff. We're going to jump into your quiz right now, Frank. Here we go. All right, Frank, first question for you and for everybody listening that loves the topics you picked for your birthday here. Number 1, what pay-per-view was the origin of the NWO in WCW? Number 1, what pay-per-view was the origin of the NWO in WCW? Number 1. Question number 2, who plays Robert California on The Office? Who played Robert California on The Office? Question number 3 for Frank, on The Sopranos, where is Sal murdered for being a rat? Number 3, on The Sopranos, where is Sal murdered for being a rat? Number 4, what book was overdue on Seinfeld, which led to Jerry being interrogated by a library cop named Bookman? Number 4, what book was overdue on Seinfeld, which led to Jerry being interrogated by a library cop named Bookman? Question number 5, what seldom shown character fills in for Pam when she's in New York on The Office as a receptionist? What seldom shown character fills in for a receptionist for Pam when she's in New York on The Office? I think she's only shown on 1 or 2 episodes. There's your hint, number 5. Question number 6, who is the last member of the $1 Million Corporation in WWF under Ted DiBiase? Number 6, who is the last member of the $1 Million Corporation in WWF under Ted DiBiase? Number 7, who did Hulk Hogan face at WrestleMania 19? Number 7, who did Hulk Hogan face at WrestleMania 19? Question number 8, back to Seinfeld. What is Kramer's mom's name on Seinfeld? What is Kramer's mom's name on Seinfeld? Question number 9, what season of The Office features Michael's exit from the show? What season of The Office features Michael's exit from the show? And number 10, in WWE, name 3 wrestlers portrayed by Charles Wright. Number 10, in WWE, name 3 wrestlers portrayed by Charles Wright. Those are all your questions for today on your special birthday episode. Frank, Stephanie said to make the wrestling questions difficult, so hopefully those were tough for you, but maybe not too tough for a guy like you. We'll be right back with the answers right after this. We are back wheeling and dealing, just like Frank, the $1 Million Man at his day job, with the answers to his birthday quiz. Let's see what you got right and wrong on these 10 questions written just for you, Frank. Number 1, what pay-per-view was the origin of NWO and WCW? That was Bash at the Beach. Bash at the Beach. Number 2, who plays Robert California on The Office? James Spader. Right before he did The Blacklist, James Spader. Number 3, on The Sopranos, where is Sal murdered? For being a rat on Tony's boat. Tony's boat, they get rid of Sal, who has a much more colorful nickname on the show. Number 4, what book was overdue on Seinfeld, which led to Jerry being interrogated by a library cop named Bookman? Tropic of Cancer was the book, Tropic of Cancer. Number 5, what seldom shown character fills in for Pam while she's in New York? On The Office, that's Ronnie, Ronnie, Ronnie. Number 6, who was the last member of the $1 Million Corporation in WWF under Ted DiBiase? That was the Ringmaster, a.k.a. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was his last big gimmick before he turned into Stone Cold, and that was under Ted DiBiase, the Ringmaster. Number 7, who did Hulk Hogan face at WrestleMania 19? Vince McMahon himself, the chairman of the board, so to speak, Vince McMahon. Number 8, what is Kramer's mom's name on Seinfeld? Babs. And we find out Kramer's first name is Cosmo on the Babs episode. Number 9, what season of The Office features Michael's exit from the show? The 7th season. They did 2 more without him, which are good on their own merits. And number 10, in WWE, name 3 wrestlers portrayed by Charles Wright. Charles Wright, most famous for portraying these 3, I would think, and probably played maybe 3 or 4 more of lesser note. But we had Papa Shango, Kama, and The Godfather. Now, you could have said The Good Father when he was in the right to censor. You could have said the Kama had a longer name. I forget what it was. General Kama, maybe? Papa Shango was like the voodoo witch man. And he's definitely had some more. But that's Charles Wright, who I say probably most famously is The Godfather. That was probably the longest character he played. But there you go. Those are your questions for today, Frank. Hope you had a good time playing along with those, buddy. And I hope you had a great, great birthday weekend. We have a fact of the day for you. The fact of the day is American car horns beep in the tone of F. If you didn't know that, now you know. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. Thanks for celebrating your loved ones with customized episodes of the podcast. If you want to do one, email ryanbuds@gmail.com anytime. And we'll see you next time for more trivia with Buds. Cheers!